Morning, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Topic of the Day with your boy, Rose. Dr. Rose. Alright, y'all. Today, I'm gonna let y'all know the quickest ways to push a nigga away. Know what I'm saying? Number one, change him once you get a nigga. You know how when y'all first meet, she wear that nice, sexy ass lingerie to bed. She ain't even worried about sweating her weave out of none of that shit. Now, when she goes to sleep, she got a fucking scarf on with a head full of rollers and a fucking, what you call that shit, a mud facial scrub, whatever that bullshit is. She got that shit on before she go to sleep. Now, of course, we don't expect y'all to be superwoman, you know, that work, come home and clean, cook, and make love to us with flawless precision. But if you go do that, then you shouldn't start out playing the superwoman role in the fucking first place. Because then you're gonna spoil a nigga that want those things. It's better to present yourself as who you are and just get everything out in the open. Changing your entire act after a relationship gets going is the quickest way to push a nigga away. Stop doing that bullshit, ladies. Because y'all know, men are not the only one that change. Y'all change too. Number two, not giving a nigga enough space. Alright, y'all. The S word must be used very carefully in a relationship. Some men intentionally use the term, I need some space, so that they can ensure that they can have their cake and eat it too. But not all of us are like that way, man. But just like women, men need to feel like we ain't being trapped or held hostage in a relationship. From time to time, ladies, we just want to get away on some real shit. We just want to be alone, or we just might want to hang out with our niggas. But it's a strain on a fucking relationship when a woman think we just making up this shit as an excuse just to be silly or to go out and fuck with another girl just because we want some space. A smart female knows the value of space and know a man needs his space and won't hold it against him. On the other hand, jealous ass, possessive ass women deliberately attempt to stop a nigga from having any type of privacy. But if a woman can't give a nigga a little space, either the relationship isn't solid, or she just got some personal fucking problems she needs to deal with within herself. Because straight up and down, man, if you can't trust a nigga out of your sight, then you don't need to be with that nigga anyway. Number three, wanting too much shit. Now, some women are very, very unrealistic in their expectations. As a matter of fact, I did a video on it called Unreal Expectations. I can go back and check that out. But some women just want too damn much. Now, of course, wanting a good man that respects you, cherish you, you know, and doesn't cheat on you, that's not asking for too much. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about but when it goes beyond that, far beyond that. Some women, having a good man is just not enough. They want a Benz, they want the 3-story house in the suburbs, and they want a line of credit cards in his name. And when they don't get these things, they start to moan and complain that life is so terrible. Now, straight up and down, ladies, y'all need to listen to this. Y'all know, if a nigga even attempts how happy he is with the way things are now, he will be accused of being lazy, complacent, and have no ass ambition. It's fucking fine to have goals and want some luxuries, but ain't nothing wrong with counting the blessings that you already got now. Remember that. Count your blessings you got now, because there's somebody way worse than you. You steady worry about all this other shit when you got a good nigga right there. Now what if you get that shit and you don't got a good nigga? You can complain about how you don't have a good man and you want a good man. So just count your blessings right now. Alright, number four, I'm not saying what y'all mean. Men aren't very good at reading minds. In fact, we often have difficulty just figuring out what women mean and the words they speak. Did a video on that too. It's called Women Language. This kind of plays into that, but let's go break it down a little further than how I broke it down before. Peep game. Now, I know that women are far more sophisticated than men when it comes to the way they communicate. They seem to be more adept at shit like facial expressions, gestures, and body language. Unfortunately though, this shit can create a problem most of the time because most men fail to read the non-verbal words of the women in their lives. So when this shit happens, an argument is definitely gonna be the result because she feel like she communicated her feelings to the man and he ignored them. Example, you come home from the nightclub with your niggas, you see her mad about something, she probably slammed the door, you know, or get smart when you ask her something. you know, you gonna be like, what's the problem? She gonna reply, you know what the problem is. But he really might not know what the problem is because you never came out and said what you meant in words. You expected this nigga to read your fucking non-verbal cues and he missed them. As a result of that, you thinking this nigga is being an asshole and being self-centered. Likewise, he's fucking mad too because he thinks you just nagging him for nothing. So now y'all both mad as fuck over nothing. But in his mind, you gotta remember, you don't know what you really meant because y'all not saying what y'all meant, ladies. That's a good way to push a lot of niggas away because we talk about this shit, man. She could be sitting there with her arms crossed telling you, yeah, have fun. Now her mouth is literally telling you to go have fun, but her body language is telling you don't have fun. Y'all gotta stop doing that, man. Just say what the fuck you mean, alright? Now, my favorite, my personal, the one I feel the most out of any drink, it's called the 3 B's of sex. Perhaps. Now, understand me, I'm saying perhaps. It would be nice if sex didn't play such a big role in relationships. But for most people, including me, sex is a big ass part of a relationship. And for men, it's probably more important than it should be, ladies. The sexual aggravations of men boil you down to the 3 B's. Bad, boring, and battle. Now, I know I got y'all confused. Everybody probably like, fucking this nigga talking about. Let me break this down for you. First, we gonna start with bad. When I say bad, I'm talking about bad sex. Sex is a learned skill. It's similar to driving a fucking car. What I'm saying is basically anybody could do it. Some are good at it, and some are fucking experts at it. But everyone has their idea of what they consider good and bad sex is. But let me tell y'all the common fucking complaints among men when it comes to bad sex. Niggas be like, yo, she ain't got no ass creativity, son. Yo, her technique when she be giving head is very poor. The judges give her thumbs down. Might rate her 0. Just keeping it real, it's how men talk, lady. This is the complaints, Paul. She don't move in bed. She don't throw it back. It's just fucking lay there, son. All she do is moan and make noise. Now, if you're in a relationship and a person is dissatisfied sexually, then I think this is a fucking issue, topic, whatever you want to call it, that should be talked about openly. Y'all should talk about this shit openly. It's sex. And that's like fucking 90% of a relationship, yo. Now, we're gonna jump to boring sex. Now, boring sex isn't necessarily the same as bad sex, but it's far from fucking good. Boring sex is always doing it in the same place, at the same time, in the same damn position. It's when the sex gets to the point where it feel like a fucking duty than a desire. And we all been there before in one relationship or another, yo. It's when you go through all the fucking motions, but there's no spice and there's no passion involved. It's like, shit, it's just a scheduled thing for y'all, man. It's just, alright, we gonna fuck today because I'm horny, or just to get it out the way. No more passionate sex, no more, desire. It's not spontaneous. Y'all just have sex in that same ass bed, same position all the time. Boring fucking sex, I'll push a nigga away quicker than any type of sex. Trust me, ladies. Now the next sex, battle sex. Let me break this down for y'all, man. Because y'all fucking ladies like to make it a battle in the bedroom. Using sex as a fucking weapon doesn't do shit but make a nigga angry. I don't know what y'all expect that shit to do, but it don't do shit but make men angry. Now when I say this, it could be, you could just be refusing to do shit in bed or just downright refusing to have sex with a nigga because you're trying to use that to get something out of nigga. Now, men don't expect a female that's mad at us to make mad, passionate, crazy, wild fucking sex or love with us. But that's where communication comes into play. It's better to try to resolve shit than play games of will, because any real nigga will feel very, very insulted by this fucking bullshit type of behavior. Then this nigga might become vengeful. Then it's gonna turn into a fucking a game or war, or see who could get who back or get who mad quicker. And that shit could lead to deep resentment in men. And y'all know straight up and down, some men gonna use this shit as an excuse to cheat. But straight up and down, they're gonna say, man, she keep trying me in bed. She don't want to do this, she don't want to do that. And a lot of people say that when a motherfucker cheat, they doing it because of something that's missing in the relationship. Sexually always be one of the main reasons. She's boring in bed, she's bad in bed. Or she just want to battle, man. She don't want to do this, she don't want to do that. I got a mind wrestle with her. They get head. It shouldn't even be that situation when it's your girl. You shouldn't have to mind rustle with you to get head. You just want to get that nigga head. That's your fucking man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Alright, y'all. That's all I got for today, man. I'ma holler at y'all tomorrow. Alright? 1.